The complete works of Swami Vivekananda, Mission of the Vedanta, an address by Swami Vivekananda to the residents of Kumkonam in 1897, Part 9. Thus, there is a great opening for the Vedanta to do beneficent work both here and elsewhere. This wonderful idea of the sameness and omnipresence of the Supreme Soul has to be preached for the amelioration and elevation of the human race here as elsewhere. Wherever there is evil and wherever there is ignorance and want of knowledge, I have found that by experience that all evil comes, as our scriptures say, relying upon the differences, and all that good comes from faith and equality in the underlying sameness and oneness of things. This is the great Vedantic ideal. To have the ideal is one thing, but to apply it is practically to the details of daily life is quite another. It is very good to point out an ideal, but where is the practical way to reach it? Here naturally comes the difficult and vexed question of caste and of social transformation, which has been uppermost for centuries in the minds of our people. I must frankly tell you that I am neither a caste broker nor a mere social reformer. I have nothing to do directly with your caste or with your social reformation. Live in any caste you like, but that is no reason why you should hate another man or another caste. It is the love and love alone that I preach, and I base my teaching on the great Vedantic truth of the sameness and the omnipresence of the soul of the universe. For nearly the past 100 years, our country has been flooded with social reformers and various social reform proposals. Personally, I have no fault to find with these reformers. Most of them are good, well-meaning men, and their aims too are very laudable on certain points. But it is quite a patent fact that this 100 years of social reform has produced no permanent and valuable result appreciable throughout the country. Platform speeches have been made by the thousands. Denunciation in volumes after volumes have been hurled upon the devoted head of the Hindu race and its civilization. And yet no good practical result has been achieved. And where is the reason for that? The reason is not hard to find. It is in the denunciation itself. As I told you before, in the first place, we must try to keep our historically acquired character as a people. I grant that we have to take a great many things from other nations, that we have to learn many lessons from outside. But I am sorry to say that most of our modern reform movements have been inconsiderate imitations of the Western means and methods of work. And that surely will not do for India. Therefore, it is that all our recent reform movements have had no result. In the second place, denunciation is not at all the way to do good. That there are evils in our society, even a child can see. And in that society, in which society are there no evils? And let me take this opportunity, my countrymen, of telling you that in comparing the different races and nations of the world, I have come to the conclusion that our people are on the whole the most moral and the most godly, and our institutions are in their plan and purpose best suited to make mankind happy. I do not therefore want any reformation. My idea is growth, expansion, development on national lines. As I look back upon the history of my country, I do not find in the whole world another country which has done quite so much for the improvement of humankind. Therefore, I have no words of condemnation for my nation. I tell them, you have done well, only try to do better. Great things have been done in the past in this land, and there is both time and room for even greater things to be done as yet. I am sure you know that we cannot stand still. If we stand still, we die. We either have to go forward or to go backward. We have either to progress or to degenerate. Our ancestors did great things in the past, but we have to grow into a fuller life and march beyond even their great achievements. How can we now go back and degenerate ourselves? That cannot be and must not be. Going back will lead to national decay and death. Therefore, let us go forward and do yet greater things. That is what I have come to tell you.